In the sense of what is a most valuable player, then I would say even Patrick Mahomes, especially Jalen Hurts.
So I'm going to make an argument for one more MVP candidate.
Okay.
Geno Smith is a very legit MVP contender this year.
Oh, wow.
I agree.
By every metric in the NFL you want to look at, completion percentage, QBR, EPA, he is one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the league.
Deep ball. This deep ball is
dominating. And I think what's going to help him is the story. Trading away Russell Wilson. You thought the Seahawks were finished. Right? Look at how Russell Wilson looks with the Broncos and how Geno Smith looks now. Geno Smith looks like the better quarterback. And it was on perfect display against the Rams. They needed a come-from-behind win, game-winning drive. Geno Smith delivered on that entire drive. He threw a strike to DK Metcalf with Jalen Ramsey all over him. He was delivering I think there was a deep pass to DK where he just dropped it in a bucket.
Yeah. And it was one of the best passes all year, maybe in the last 5 years.
Geno Smith has a few of the best passes I've seen in the league this year. And just his ability, not only his confidence in the system, but kind of unleashing what talents we didn't think he had, especially throwing the ball down the field. He's a legit MVP candidate. And I think people should take.
I just don't know if he's going to win enough games. You've got to win enough games to be in the MVP conversation.
They're right to think of not only
there are only 4 teams right now in the entire NFC that have more wins than the Seahawks.
No, what I'm saying is look at where this season ends for them. Have you looked at the end of their schedule? So they've got the Panthers at home. The narrative for him that he'll need to win is Thursday night against the Niners. So a lot of people will be tuned in to see how he performs against the Niners on Thursday night. And then the following week, he gets the Chiefs in at Arrowhead. If he has a big game against Patrick Mahomes, that's how he gets in the MVP conversation. He has to outplay Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he doesn't have to outplay Patrick Mahomes. Remember, the MVP is
Joe Burrow is in the MVP conversation because he outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
It's also a popularity contest, period.
Right.
And Joe Burrow had so much more swag last year than he does this year. Geno Smith, if it's even remotely close, will win it over Joe Burrow. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
So I honestly think I would vote for Geno Smith as MVP over Joe Burrow because
both are good answers at this point.
Yeah, both are good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But what Geno has done this year, like I said, I think right now he's 4th in EPA per play, and he is right behind Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Patrick Mahomes. You didn't think Geno Smith, if I told you this time, last year, Geno Smith would be one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the league, you probably would have laughed me out of the room. But
yeah,
he is.
Can I give you what his pick? You know what he's going to win? Do you know what he's going to win? It's not MVP. He's winning comeback player of the year. That's what he's going to win. That is what Geno Smith is winning. Is not MVP, but comeback player of the year. The last 4 comeback players of the year, 2021, Joe Burrow, 2020, Alex Smith, 2019, Ryan Tannehill. And then before that, Andrew Luck in 2018. I just feel like this is a Geno Smith award this year.
Do you know what Geno Smith has done that's the most impressive? He has taken a fan base that absolutely hates the Seahawks. And like me, nobody hates the Seahawks more than me. Nobody. I won't even go to a Seahawks game to watch the 49ers because I hate their fans that much. I love Geno. I want him to succeed. Honestly, the fact that
he's a great story. He is a fantastic story. Because we didn't see any of this in New York. We didn't see any of this in either New York stops. He has improved so much that you're looking around, you're like, why did the Seahawks not make this change before? If this is what he had in the chamber, why do we go on for as long with Russell Wilson, especially with what we've seen from Russ?
Geno Smith is going to ruin the NFL for at least 3 to 4 years because there's going to be teams that are going to go, we can get it. We can do what they did with Geno. And no one will ever recreate what they've been able to do with Geno. That'll never happen again. I'm pretty confident that the disparity from how bad Geno was and his reputation to where he is now, that will never be recreated ever again. That's almost as impossible to recreate as Tom Brady winning 7 Super Bowls.
And I'll also offer this in terms of Geno's MVP candidacy. Right now, the Seahawks have a top 5 pick in the draft, and it's not their pick.
It might be number 2. They might get the number 2 pick.
I'm furious. I'm so mad.
And it's not theirs because the Broncos traded it for Russell Wilson. And even still, like on the field, Geno Smith has unlocked parts of Tyler Lockett's game that I didn't think he had. Tyler Lockett I think he has the most yards after the catch in his career this year. He's had more yards after the catch this year than he has in any year with Russell Wilson. We thought of him as like a deep threat only, but he's a legit like all-around receiver. And DK Metcalf is also playing extremely well. Like they're getting so much really good play out of that offense. Geno Smith is right at the helm of that. Like it's not only a story, but he is playing like a top 5 quarterback.
It's exciting, but the reality is the Niners are going to end up winning. I mean, I don't see the Niners losing any game other than maybe the Seahawks, even with Brock Purdy, just because the Seahawks is the Seahawks and we won already. So I don't know how the Niners are going to win 12 games potentially. Like it's going to be hard for Geno to get an MVP vote or win when you're not even winning your own division.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, but I do think there is like some legitimacy, not only just reading Seahawks Twitter and being like, oh, Geno MVP candidate. And it's like, no, like this is actually a real thing. Like he's a real MVP candidate. Nick
Bosa, by the way, needs way more respect from everybody than he's getting. I mean, like
the Niners defense as a whole, like we think of the Niners defense as like